What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. This video we're going to be taking a look at probably the priciest case I think I have reviewed on this show, and for full disclosure, I used my own cash to purchase this. This is not sponsored in any way, and Rimowa did not send this to the show to review. Therefore, I am coming at you saying I did not spend this directly from the Rimowa website. I actually found this on eBay, and I paid about $40 less than the going rate, which is about $190 at the time of this video. And is that just a crazy lot of money to spend on a case? Absolutely. But if you're into the aesthetics and you're into that luxury look and you know Rimowa from their luggage lineup, then maybe you do want to go with this. And we're going to take a look, is this case even close to being worth that $190? And I can already probably tell you, no, it's not. But this is what it is. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. And I'm going to show you also how you can prevent buying fakes. Okay, we're going to look at this and we're going to make certain that this is legit, because like I said, I bought it on eBay. Turns out the seller was from China, which I didn't expect. So it took about 2.5 weeks for shipping, but they shipped it very timely. They had high ratings, so that's good. But let's look and see if this is a legit case. Everything that I saw picture-wise looked legit, but we'll go over a way you can actually do this. So let's go ahead and take a look. Why is this case so expensive? And believe it or not, it is so sought after. If you go out on their website, 97% of the time you go there, it's sold out. And they have it in different colors. So it's crazy, right? There's such a demand for this case. So let's go ahead and take a look. The packaging, not, it's just what it is. It's for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. This case is not compatible with wireless charging. What? Right? All of a sudden you're buying a $200 case and it has no wireless charging capabilities? What? So you're already removing a feature from your phone that a lot of people use. So you're not going to be able to wirelessly charge your phone with this case. That's crazy. Why would you pay that much for a case that doesn't have MagSafe capabilities for wireless charging in any form whatsoever? Let's go ahead and open it up. As you can see, looks legit. We've got, to enjoy your polycarbonate iPhone case for years to come, we recommend that you observe the following care instructions for cleaning your product. Now, polycarbonate, but also it's aluminum. Okay? So, that is why it does not support wireless charging. Much like their luggage lineup, they've got this lined, grooved aluminum look, right? So this is what Rimowa is known for. And much like the iPhone 17s, it's aluminum, but see, like the phone here, this is glass. Even though the phone is aluminum, they had to have glass here to not interfere with the wireless charging. So Rimowa says, you know what, we're just going to go with this aluminum look, but we're going to basically not give you the wireless charging capabilities. Otherwise, this is just, it's a nice microfiber lining in the case here. It's a nice luxury look, right? The case itself, nothing to get excited about, polycarbonate, nothing, buttons, just, right? The highlight is this look. That's it. That's what you're paying that money for. The brand and the look, the aesthetics. Does this look beautiful? Absolutely. And if this is something that you want to rock as a fashion statement, a style statement, maybe even a wealth statement, and say, look, I'm rocking a $200 luxury brand case, kind of like you would a Louis Vuitton or something like that, right? That's the whole gimmick here. You're paying for the brand. Okay? So, overall though, look, ports, they're all looking good. It's got a cutout for the camera. The buttons work. They're very tactile. That's nice. It's got a raised front, so the screen's got some protection. It's got a raised plateau, so you got camera protection. But again, if I put this here, well, look at that. It's actually seeing the magnet behind there. So that's kind of interesting. But just to show you, well, we actually do get some support. But see, it's definitely not strong. So just for chagrins, let's go ahead and plug in. Do we charge? No. See? Does it stick? It does stick. Not great. You can see it's moving, but no charging. No charging. So it does not support wireless charging, even though you can see the magnet for the MagSafe on the phone. Just aluminum is not allowing that wireless charging pass through. But overall, that is a beautiful looking case. Alright. Would I use this every day? No. Would I use this for special occasions, going out? Yes. Right? I would do that. I would swap my case out for this look to you know, basically have this aesthetics and this look. Now, let's go over. How can you tell that the case is legit? You don't want to buy a fake case. Inside, there are some numbers that you can actually plug in, and I haven't done this yet, but it's according to Rimowa, just like kind of like with a Rolex or other luxury brands, they put a number in the case that you can go to their website and register your case and find out if it's legit. So I'm going to go ahead and try that and see if that is actually the case, right? See what I did there? It's actually the case. This is supposedly a Rimowa case that I bought on eBay from a Chinese seller, selling it $40 cheaper than what the retail price is. That doesn't make much sense. Usually when you see stuff like that, that's a flag, right? The box was opened. You know, it wasn't sealed. Is that the way it comes? They advertised that it was an open box. Okay, great. But for the most part, it was wrapped up. Looks pretty good. Doesn't have any fingerprints really on it. So I would say that, you know, that this is almost just like new. Yeah. So let's go ahead and see if there's any legitimacy about registering or seeing if this is a legit case. We'll be right back. All right. Well, I can say that I do not see a way to register an iPhone case with Rimowa. Their luggage, yes. There's either a serial number on their luggage or it has an NFC tag that you can scan, and it looks like they even have their own blockchain to kind of track and monitor the luggage that they have. So that's kind of cool, but for the 17, or at least any of the cases that I see, there is no serial number. There's really just some coordinates in here and a brand made in Germany. But I am going to curiously reach out to them and see if they have a way to determine if a case is legit or not. Interesting enough, I started smelling like a perfumey kind of smell, and I don't know, this is the first Rimowa product that I've ever owned, and maybe if you have owned them, you can respond in the chat. But there's definitely like a perfumey odor in the box, and the case actually kind of has that smell as well. I was kind of like, where's that smell coming from? But I don't think it's this. Well, maybe it is that. Do not eat. Oh, it is a fragrance chip. Ah, there we go. So there's a fragrance chip. That's what I'm smelling. So I thought this was one of those kind of moisture control devices, but this is a fragrance chip. So, okay, that makes a little more sense. But I'm going to reach out to them and see if there is a way to tell if this is a counterfeit, legit or not. You know, everything I'm looking at, I've seen online basically says like if the logo looks different or if this isn't real smooth and it looks kind of, you know, rough or stuff like that, then it could be a fake. But this, everything I'm seeing with this case says it is a legitimate case that I purchased on eBay. for $40 under the retail price that they go for. So that's kind of cool. If I can save some money, I can save some money. But everything, the box, everything, this little card, just seems legitimate. There's nothing saying that the seller, everyone that gave him positive feedback basically said the product is great, fast, good service, yada, yada, yada. So, here's a way to get a Rimowa case. If you don't want to spend $190 or whatever, that's US dollars, there's another way, right? eBay. But be careful what you do, because there are fakes out there. I'm still convinced this is real, but again, I'm going to reach out to them and see if there's any particular way we can really tell, and then maybe I'll come back and put a little update in the comment section and see what their reply is. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Is this for everyone? No, that's absolutely not for everyone. But if you're wondering what the big hype is or anything for this Rimowa case, looks and brand. That's it. That's what you're going to pay for. You're not paying for anything groundbreakingly awesome with this case by any means. And in fact, you're losing MagSafe charging. So you're losing a MagSafe, holder. You have a MagSafe wallet, anything like that, you're losing that functionality. I wouldn't trust this with a MagSafe wallet. It just does not have those magnets, and it's not strong enough to hold. So if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the show, hit that notification bell. We have a lot of content coming, not just case videos. We've got a lot of other stuff coming too, so get excited and get notified when we release new content. And as always, guys, thanks for watching and have a good one.